Hey everyone, my name is Kumo and this is my reaction to the fourth episode of the second season of Overlord. So, in the last episode, the Lizard Alliance got formed. Zaryusu defeated the representative from the Dragon Tusk clan, and they all became their alliance, and they had their first skirmish with Nazarick. Not that they know it's Nazarick, they just know that's some evil undead army came to attack them, and they had to defend themselves. And they won, kind of, sort of, barely. Even against the one Elder Lich dude. But of course, he's nothing compared to, Cocutus, who is nothing compared to Ainz, and they have no idea what they're up against, really. I pity them, to be honest. Especially since the writers are determined to make us care about these people, so... And, in any case, let's get into the next episode and find out what exactly the Bone Daddy is hoping to achieve from this whole situation. Let us begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Is this the after party? Celebrate victory? Drinks are on me, guys. Yeah, I totally knew that. It sounds like a brand of chewing gum, but... That actually would be helpful for a lizard. So no more cards to play? Is that what we're getting at here? Don't inflate his ego too much. And the best pet right there, man. That was also... Yeah, it was rough seeing him get all burned in the last episode. I'm glad he's okay. uh... Oh, yeah, I bet they're both resting right now. Yeah, not too much. Yeah, it looks like some very enjoyable resting. Oh, yes, very enjoyable. And he is one lucky lizard. These two. It's not what it looks like. Quickly get dressed. uh, Awkward when your buddy walks in on you. I do feel like I'm more attracted to that lizard than I probably should be. So many menacing people in the opening. And yet all we've really gotten so far are the lizards mostly. Uh, it really does feel weird to have Ainz to take a back seat as far as screen time and plot relevance goes in the season. I don't want to say becoming a side character because it still revolves around him in the end, but as far as actual screen time and focus goes, he's not getting any of it. And it shows all these beautiful human girls and they just kind of sneak in the lizard in there. You can't say the show doesn't have a diverse cast. Army of Death. I mean, do they really have anything better to do? And was he always there? Okay. So an ugly-looking Digimon. A victim of what, third-degree burns? If you're gonna die, I better get something out of it. I promise. Don't worry about it. That's kind of a sad thing. But yeah, I did notice a little halo. uh, what is love, really? Yeah, he's your loyal servant. What about higher tier ones? Are you kind of screwed on that front? uh, yeah. I mean, sheep work fine. Whatever gets the job done, really. I mean, if she's asking herself, you should do it. I can think of plenty of fun things. Because you didn't try hard enough. Yeah, I didn't think so. They were so shocked to hear that. uh, yeah, just learn from your defeat, and that's all that really matters. So I guess Demiurge was at least partially right about his intentions with that battle. Of course, Kyokutis himself being there would have, won them the match. What else? Yeah, there's literally cannon fodder, yeah. Hey, Shelter comes first, no skipping ahead of line. Do you mean, like, literally by himself? Really? That's unexpected, actually. Given the situation and everything. But now I'm curious what it is. And he's so intimidating. Huh. I'm surprised. Yeah, again, I'm surprised. Why would he care about the lizardmen? Yeah, please tell us. Yeah, give me a practical reason not to. Okay. I was hoping it would go. I was kind of thinking it would go in that direction. A couple of the most important ones would just come to Nazarick. uh, and in the end, that's what matters most to him. Well, the female lizard's really cute. Does that count for anything? Oh, that does sound interesting. That might be more beneficial than having them as warriors. Yeah, I do think that's a better solution overall. I didn't want my new lizard waifu to die. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. I thought they were. But I guess it depends on who gives them. uh, yeah, we couldn't possibly do that. To flaunt our power. uh, well, it's an amusing way to phrase it, but yeah. Yes, Lord Irons is all-knowing, all-seeing. Yeah, the twins didn't say anything during that, really. Yes, I'm pretty sure he set him up to lose. And Shaltier goes on. A long day of giving orders. How exhausting. So, little creepy eyes. Yes, you're not a Yggdrasil anymore. That's actually a good point, too. That's a little bit scary to... That's a bit of a concern. This bed is so much softer than my face. Or a certain person has been in your bed. Back to the lizard people, the main characters. Yeah, it's not over, I'm sorry to say. But it's not as bad as it could be for you. It's an army that you cannot handle. I'll tell you that right now. Sixth tier, that's 6th tier magic is casual tier. At least for Ainz. That's easier said than done, man. And I apologize for any crying you may hear in the background. Pretty cool looking army, though. Oh, he really did come in. Did he really come in person? I mean, I guess you want to maximize intimidation. And let me show you some super tier magic. Probably not, but... Wow. Ainz is so cool. But again, ice would be problematic for cold-blooded creatures like lizards. At least you're aware of that. I think that's a thing that they were mentioning they were awakening. And I think that thing shows up in the opening, if I remember correctly. Uh... So do you guys feel like fighting? What are you even doing? It's like showboating to the maximum. A literal staircase of undead. That's great. Pretty much going with everything they have. Allow me to introduce myself. I am your worst nightmare. These look oddly familiar. uh, I decline your offer. Like I said, showboating. I don't want to go alone, please. Maybe. If negotiations don't go south. But yeah, this is... It's like an army of giant robots going up against an army of ants. Cold feet, cold feet. He's the mightiest ant. Get down on your knees. Or that, you know, that works too. That's one way to break the ice. It was a terrible joke, but it had to be made. I'm reminded of a certain character from Madaka Box. Thank you for helping me with my experiments. Or you will die in an instant. No, that's not the case. It will go a little bit differently than last time. But if you lose... not quite, you know, 8 days, but it's enough time to... uh, uh. And now they should have a better idea of what they're up against. At least, good thing he was nice enough to do that before he left. Then he goes back to Lulu and says, "We got 4 hours, let's make him count." I mean, you might as well. No need for cannon fodder. Yeah, you generally want to take that when that's the case. Yeah, you can. I'm sure you can convince her. You know, with your charm and everything. To an active tail. Yeah, yes there is. Be honest, yes there is. That love confession. Well, not really. He confessed before, kind of, but... uh... So that was the 4th episode of the 2nd season of Overlord, and man, that was quite a little bomb they dropped us on us at the end there. I was wondering what she was gonna say, and then she just straight out came out with it. So yeah, I mean that's a good idea. I didn't think Zaryusu would die, but that was a pretty. They were raising some pretty heavy death flags near the end there, so it's a possibility. I still don't think he's gonna die, but at this point I wouldn't be super surprised if they did. But hopefully not. He's a pretty cool character. As long as they don't kill off Lizard Waifu, I mean, that's one thing I couldn't take. But anyway, we learned more about what Ainz was trying to accomplish with that fight. He wasn't really trying to win that battle. it was an experiment, he was experimenting, like he does a lot, because this is a new world to him. He wants to understand, get as much knowledge about everything as he can, which is part of the reason why he accepted Demiurge's proposal to govern the lizards instead of slaughtering them. Because, they'll have to deal with plenty of races and, more experimentation, essentially. Experimenting and governing. So, it was great. He just, they went to the lizards in style. He brought all the guns, his floor guardians, his undead army, to make an undead staircase to the giant block, which was thrown by the giant monster that served no other purpose than to throw that giant block. And even freeze the mud, just so he wouldn't have to touch, touch the dirty mud. Apparently even the wind was magic, if Bruce is to be believed, Lulu, whatever her name was. And apparently, he's given them 4 hours to prepare this time, as opposed to the 8 days they got before. And they're gonna fight Cocytus. I think he implied it would literally just be Cocytus fighting them. And Zaryusu suggested they would just, the five elite lizards would fight, instead of, bringing cannon fodder along. Which is a good idea. Have just be more casualties if they did. And yeah, I assume we'll get that fight next episode, and that should be good. We haven't really seen many of the Floor Guardians fight. We got Shaltir in really epic fighting in the last season. But beyond that, I don't think we've ever really gotten any Floor Guardians fighting. Yeah, I don't think we have, so that'll be good. Cocytus has always been a pretty cool character. One of the best. So, looking forward to that. They did kind of bring up the subject of things that came from Yggdrasil. I know I can't pronounce that word to save my life, but came from the game to this world. They obviously had certain stats and characteristics in that world, but once they're taken out of the game world, of course they carry over those traits. But once they start to get affected by outside influence, would they change? How much would they change? And that's because his Floor Guardians were all extremely loyal to him. Like the first or second episode was pretty much to demonstrate just how much loyalty and respect they have for Ainz. But as they come to this new world and they have more than just some lines of code in them, they actually, meet new people, they start to be influenced by outside forces. How will they change? Will they decide to betray him in the end, to be in the most extreme case? Which would be bad, but that might explain some things that have been seen in the opening that I try not to look at too much because spoilers, but yeah, that probably will come into play at some point. But I do think most of them will stay pretty loyal to him. I don't think that'll change because he is one of the most powerful beings in that world, so you don't really want to get on his bad side if you can avoid it. I totally expect the next episode to begin with Lulu being pregnant right before Zaryusu goes off to war, and dies, and then his child grows up and wants vengeance against Ainz, and the pattern continues itself. But in any case, I am looking forward to the next episode. So, thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.